What is up, everybody? Mikey F back here at it again, doing another video on the Prelude today. Yeah, so I actually went and I got a couple things for the Prelude. Mainly, the only two things I got are a nice set of aftermarket fog lights, some clear fog lights. Trying to follow the theme of keeping it like clear and everything silver and following that, kind of color scheme going on thing. This one is just taped up so I didn't scratch the lens. And then what I actually did as well was I picked up a set of European turn signals, and then yesterday I went ahead and did my own little custom LED mod. Same kind of thing I did on my last set, but I just didn't think you guys would like to see it. It was kind of boring, so I didn't bother filming it. I gotta trim this little bag off here that's just covering stuff, but this is all from yesterday. But yeah, so basically just a nice little LED strip. It's a 2 function, so it's gonna be a daytime running light turn signal. Yeah, so I did these kind of weirdly because I couldn't actually get the front cover off without melting the front cover, because it's a bit different than how the factory Prelude ones were. These ones are like a melted case. My other set I was able to heat up and pull off, but this I wasn't. So what I did was just cut 2 slots there, shoved it through, and it's gonna look fine down in the car. It's not a huge deal. So first things first, we gotta figure out what we're doing for wiring, because this obviously isn't gonna go right up to the factory harness, so we gotta figure that out. Now, I wish prior to me doing this the first time, you can kind of see down here, I got a bit of a fender bender, so the lens is broken. All I had was this shit just hanging there, so I figured I'd fix something up with it. But my main issue is I wish I had kept the pigtails, because I just kind of cut the pigtail for the fog light and just spliced new wires in. I'm realizing now I could have bought whatever bulb socket it was, I could have bought the female end to it, and it could just be a plug and play the whole time. So I didn't know back then, so I have a new set of pigtails ordered up. Not the same style, they're just like a generic pigtail type deal, and we're gonna do these properly so I can take the bumper off without having to cut the wires. But but the main thing is I gotta figure out what I'm doing for the daytime running light. Basically, I wanna be able to have the fog light and the daytime running light strip portion of this on all the time for the daytime running light, and also beyond with the headlights. So I just gotta probe around and find what I'm gonna tap into. I'm gonna need my trusty multimeter and a nice alligator clip. Well, my main thought here is usually these headlights, let me turn them on really quick. Let me just turn the car on to ignition so you can see the daytime running light. So I'm not sure if this is mandated for all the Preludes, but Canadian cars need to have a daytime running light regardless. Oh, come on, steering wheel lock. They need to have a daytime running light regardless. So on my Neon, usually they don't have them, so what they did was they used the fog lights and turned them into the daytime running lights. But some cars, always had them. So I think the Prelude is one of them. But as you can see, these are the daytime running lights. This is just with the ignition on. So these should be on all the time when the car is running regardless. So basically what my thought is, so we have the daytime running lights, but it's one bulb, and then when I switch the headlights on, you can see that bulb shuts off and another bulb turns on. Usually, the headlights, they'll all share the same harness going towards it, and then they'll actually use the ground as a switch. So they can keep that power signal and then just switch with the ground. So that's gonna make it really easy for me if I can just tap right into that, and I don't have to worry about having a relay that senses when the high beams are on versus when the daytime running light, or the low beams versus the daytime running light. So basically, it's a lot of mumbo jumbo, but the idea is I can just tap into one wire, have it sent down. When I flick that switch, they're gonna be on regardless. I'm not gonna have to have a stupid tappy switch inside, which this aftermarket kit comes with, but it doesn't have a nice slot in there. It's all kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna put the multimeter up and we're gonna see what we're looking for here. Basically, this connector, mind the headlight, all the tabs are broken. This connector here is gonna be our daytime running light. You can see on the left-hand side is our power, that red and white. So I'm just gonna stick my multimeter lead, my red one, get it to hold it in here, just like that. And then I'm gonna take my black, and boom, that's pretty much 12 volts. So exactly like I thought. So these are the low beams. So even though the daytime running lights are off, they still have power going to them. It's gonna make my life really, really easy. All I'm gonna have to do is steal power from there and just run a harness right down to my lights on both sides. So it's gonna be super simple. So all I gotta do now is take this front bumper off. Here you go, now you can see my beautiful wiring job here. So let's see. See the JDM front crash bar, pretty neat. So I have high flash resistors chilling there. So basically, I'm gonna leave this circuit pretty much alone because it's for the turn signals. But what I'm gonna have to do is terminate it back where the box connects because this is for the old LED strips. So basically, I'm gonna leave all this alone except for terminate the wiring for the box somewhere here, cut and splice in the new headlights. So I'm gonna start on that and I'll update you guys in a second here. All right, so it's a bit later and I just finished up with all the wiring and the fitment of the passenger side. So let's go ahead and take a look. So it looks pretty good. I had a bit of trouble fitting the actual bottom fog lamp. It was a bit of a tricky fit. I had to cut some stuff and, you know, no big deal. And then the top one, pretty good as well. Here's what we got going on for the wiring. So basically it's a whole mess right now. I'm still waiting. I have 2 male and female connectors coming in. They're gonna be here tomorrow. But I just wanna have this wired up so I know how it goes and we know everything is here. So basically, don't mind all this stuff flying around. It does there's a spot on the frame rail here that it gets put up on. So basically, this is our ground coming off the fog lamp on the bottom. It goes to the shared ground with the high flash resistor and the fog lamp itself. Here's our power coming off the fog lamp, or the turn signal. Here's our power coming off the fog lamp. It comes off the fog lamp to power. This power goes, and I know it's a bit jank, but right there to the headlight. And then the power continues right here. It has power. Power for the turn signal and power for the fog light here. And then this is the power coming. So this is all done now. I'm going to, I'll probably make a loom for this out of some electrical tape, loom it up, and then, yeah, and then just tie it up right up there. So now I'm gonna jump on the other side. And once I'm finished that side, we'll get a final review. You have a feeling it's gonna look pretty good. Obviously the car needs low and the car also needs wheels. So, but that's about everything else that the car needs. Mind my hair, I've been working all day, so that's about all else the car needs is low, wheels, and I want my key fob to work again. So, but let's keep going here. About, I knocked the whole thing out in about 2 hours. It wasn't actually that bad. It was a lot of wiring, so that's why it kind of took so long. But it kind of looks a bit weird up on the lift, especially with that fog light headlight being the way it is. But I don't think it's gonna look too bad. Let's put it down on the ground. Let's pull it outside. Let's see what the lights look like. Let's see what they look like in the dark. Yeah, man, that looks pretty good. I mean, well, I'm trying to adjust the brightness for you guys here. Can't really see the LED strips on camera. You can see them in person, but man, that just makes the whole car look a lot better. Let's get some B-roll of it. Yeah, so that looks amazing, guys. I hope you enjoyed the quick little video here. It's pretty short, pretty cool mod to do to the Prelude. Aesthetic mod. Yeah, and I'm excited that the front end actually looks like a car now instead of being a bunch of zip-tied LED strips. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you hated it. I don't care, and I will see you guys next time. Later.